Nathan continues to be frustrated with Tessa and Christian. You know who else is frustrated?
Ew.
Um,
Me, me,
yeah, us.
you?
But Tessa, she's frustrated.
No.
She said this team feels kind of weak. Thought that was funny.
Oh, she,
Um,
what?
Hi, welcome to Above Deck, a Below Deck breakdown podcast. I'm Sarah Goldman, a photographer and former marine biologist living in Charleston, South Carolina. With me is my college roommate and co-host, Kelli.
I'm Kelli Busbey, an executive assistant and former radio host, coming to you from my home studio in Columbus, Ohio. Together, we hosted the Socks with Sandals radio show on WFAL in Bowling Green, Ohio, and we are back again this week to discuss Below Deck and our love of all things Bravo.
Today we'll be discussing Below Deck Med Season 10, Episode 4, Tough Divisions.
Here's your recap. Josh pulls off an epic 8-course tasting menu for a group of Sydney socialites. The primary causes chaos with his late night requests. Christian and Tessa become liabilities for the deck crew, and Captain Sandy and Nathan must figure out what to do. Sarah, how many shackles?
I gave it 8. I love a
Yeah.
naughty boy like Jack.
Oh,
He's fun.
he was pretty fun. Kind of
Okay.
harmless, at least to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the second day of the charter is where we pick up, and Christian has just floated away on a jet ski. I feel like we've said this so many times. So and so floated away on a jet ski. Somebody floated away on a paddleboard. Everyone's just like floating away. Um, Kelli, you were right. You said last time Tessa did not put fuel in the jet ski, so it's on her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Max took the other jet ski to tow him back in, and he circled him several times like he was in a Bond movie.
It was such a flex. And
Yeah,
I think that was his way of getting the last laugh at
absolutely.
Christian.
Nathan continues to be frustrated with Tessa and Christian. You know who else is frustrated?
Ew.
Um,
Me, me,
yeah, us.
you?
But Tessa, she's frustrated.
No.
She said this team feels kind of weak. Thought that was funny.
Oh,
Um,
what?
but I don't think she includes herself in that.
I see. Yes.
Later on, Max says she does not realize that she is half of the problem.
I could not get over that she said that to Nathan. And I played it back twice to make sure I didn't miss anything, that I
Mhm.
heard her correctly. She is beyond naive. And I will say this, if I saw her on a boat that I was going to go on, whether it be for like a dinner cruise or to go pick up something, I would walk away. I would eat the deposit. I would just walk away. Mm-mm.
That's a good plan. She's not going to be good in an emergency. Captain Sandy is starting to pay special attention to the deck team and how Nathan is leading them. And she says Nathan is doing a good job. Like, he's not the problem. But Tessa and Christian, they have not improved at all. They're still exactly the same as they were on Charter 1. And let me just say,
Yeah.
it's never a good sign when the captain goes back to look at the resumes.
Not
Like,
the resumes.
not the resumes. But she does see that V, the stew, has some deck experience. So, could be useful.
Meanwhile, the interior is crushing it. And
Mhm.
Aesha is so excited. And V, she's really starting to shine. And I mean, and this is just a prediction on my part, that V is going to climb a few spots on the Bravolytics Instagram page.
Yeah, I think she will.
Yeah.
That's a good guess. Tonight is the Spanish 8-course tasting menu. Josh is running on very little sleep at this point, though.
I'm worried about him not
Hmm.
getting enough sleep. I worry about anybody who doesn't get enough sleep, whether
Same.
it's in Bravo world or in personal. I trust that he's going to listen to his body and do what it says he needs to do, but at the same time, it's concerning.
It is. Yeah, if you don't have enough sleep, like nothing's gonna go right.
Right.
I was so nervous watching the deck team lift that tender. And then Max, he gets emotional. He has to like unhook it and go like spin around and like start over again. And Nathan tells Max, like, look, you cannot get emotional during tense moments like this.
I really liked how he handled that situation.
Yeah.
And he handled it all while the guests were watching. Though I think he would have handled it the same way even if the guests weren't
Hmm.
watching. Because I felt like that was I don't know, it's just really good. He kept a calm head on himself, which
Hmm.
is Irish. It's hard to do. But for anybody too, but in that kind of situation, it was just a challenge.
Yeah. Jax asks Aesha if she ever calls Big Dog Sandy sandals, and she says no, like literally never. There's so many little things that Jax said that I thought were so funny. Nathan assures Max that changes, and this is when he's kind of talking to him privately.
Yeah.
He assures him changes are going to be made one way or another. He knows that half the deck work has been like on the two of them, or all
Yeah.
the deck work has been between
Yeah.
Nathan and Max. So
Right.
he's aware, and he can't have the one person that knows what he's doing like crumble
Right. Exactly.
because of all the pressure. I like Josh's comparison between cooking and music. Thought that was
Yes.
very cool. And the dinner is going really well. By
Yes.
the way, when Jack was like fanning himself, that made me think,
Hmm.
are you bringing a fan, like one of these fans, like a handheld fan to
Well,
BravoCon?
I'm definitely going to bring my portable, I'm having a hot flash fan. I have two of those now, so I'll bring both of them because
Okay.
plus we'll be in Vegas. It'll be hot, cold, whatever.
Yeah.
But I could bring my cha-cha fans. That'll be fun.
Yeah. I was thinking we might could do something fun with that. I don't know.
I don't know if we're going to have time, Sarah. We're going to be so busy at all these
I
parties.
know we have so many things to go to, but we might need fans there. I don't know. It might be a moment. Um, so there was a little moment between Max and Kizzy. He says, "I'm in love with you since the beginning. I saw your eyes crossing mine, and I was like, wow." And Kizzy says,
Wow.
"Tom, I guess that's her boyfriend at home. Tom's gonna punch you in the face." And he said, "Yeah, no problem. I love sparring."
Maxi,
Sparring.
Maxi.
That's not a word you hear very often.
No.
So Jack decides to spring his request for Sichuan chicken on Josh after the eight-course tasting menu, after the second dessert.
Right.
Josh is flabbergasted.
I think we were all flabbergasted because look, he just had 8 courses of food and
Mhm.
then an umpteen amount of lychee cocktails. Where, Jack, I have a question, and I mean this with all kindness. Where do you have room in that teeny tiny little frame of yours to put all of that food? Where?
He has a separate stomach and it's just for Szechuan chicken, clearly.
Apparently.
And like he will not forget, no matter how many
Yeah.
drinks he has, he will not forget about that Szechuan chicken.
Yeah.
And my question is, did he put it on his preference sheet? Because he
Mm.
should have written, I want Szechuan chicken as a snack every night, like no exceptions, if he knows this about himself. Like that's exactly what preference sheets are for.
But this request only comes out when the sun has come down and the drinks have stopped.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. But he should know
Maybe
that
that's
about
his
himself.
version of White Castle or Taco Bell.
Yeah, or noodles for Aesha.
Noodles.
News, late night nudes.
Nudes.
Aesha intervenes and says, well, how about something that would only take like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Which to me,
Yeah.
that even sounds like too much after what this poor chef has gone through. So
Right.
Jack settles on Parmesan truffle fries, and then Jack, that little shit, he's not even hungry when the fries come out.
Mm. He doesn't want him. Such a brat. And uh, I will say this, at least it was something easy peasy though. At
Yeah,
least I hope it was easy peasy for Chef. Because I mean his kitchen was probably already pretty clean and then he probably had to heat up the oil.
yeah.
It was just a mess.
What a mess. Okay, it's hot tub time. The guests, mainly Jack,
Mm.
really want to get in the ocean, and Nathan says, no way. And Jack just continues to ask Christian, like, can I get in the water? I want to get in the water.
Sarah, he just wants to feel Nemo. That's all he wants. I just want to feel
I
Nemo.
want to feel the
I can't
fish.
blame him. I mean,
Yeah. We see this again and again. Drunk people want to get into the water. And as
Yeah.
someone who has swum in a fountain in Savannah after a night of drinking, I understand
Oh,
this primal urge.
Sarah. Their outlet or at the outlet mall near where Mallory
hmm
goes to school, there are fountains
hmm
there. They're beautiful. They're stunning. The water looks beautiful. I really want to jump into those mainly because it's like 2 in the afternoon and surface of the sun hot
hmm
and it just looks amazing. But I've not done that yet. But Vegas is less than a month away. So,
That's true. Lots of fountains in Vegas.
Bellagio, watch out.
Watch out. So Christian tries to negotiate with Jack. You don't negotiate with Tara, so I don't know what he's thinking. No, I'm just kidding. Um, so he says, like, how about just your feet? Because he's not letting this go. And
Right.
so Jack goes to put his feet in on the naughty boy. How would you describe his entry into the water?
Painful and awkward. Unintentional is what
Yeah.
but I was concerned. So I was so scared that because he wasn't coming up for water right or for air right
Oh,
away,
I know. They
right?
were
Like he
like,
was kind of
Jack,
hovering down.
Jack.
And then do you think he will feel it in the morning? Was what I kept thinking. Like that is gonna hurt tomorrow.
Yeah,
Your
I don't know
butt's
what it
gonna be
feels like
sore.
to kind of like fall on the naughty boy. It was almost like he was like, I'm gonna just dip my toes in, but it's like he thought somebody was holding him from above and was just gonna like dip him in the water. I'm like, no,
Like
dude, you need to
Szechuan
sit
chicken
down.
into the fryer. Like just a
Yes.
piece of
It was so bizarre. Um, Nathan sees this whole thing on the monitor and he like runs out there to shut this down like real fast.
And honestly, thank goodness he did. He just happened to be up out of bed getting
hmm
water for himself, and he saw him fall in on the monitors. Meanwhile, on the aft deck where they're just hanging out, Christian, who is just spraying water into the water,
Yeah, didn't understand that.
are you trying to bring up the fishes to be like, hey, what's that? No,
Sprinkler?
just stands there, Sarah. He
Yeah.
doesn't even like stop what he like, oh no, like he just stares and he just
Yeah.
no urgency, no awareness of the seriousness of the situation because he was very inebriated.
Yeah.
That whole situation, like his reaction just made me mad
Yeah.
because
It
that could have
was
gotten really
it was
nasty.
concerning. I mean, what if
Yeah.
he had not come back up or he had drifted away and then it's nighttime and you can't see him? I
Yeah.
mean, it could have gone really bad.
What if there's a shark or
Exactly.
an octopus?
Or
Got
giant
to worry
squid.
about that. Bleh,
Okay, the
ugh.
next day, V helps Jack pack for hours, right? Hours.
V helps Jack pack. Yes. Yeah. No. While Kizzy is, quote, doing all the work, end quote, while she's talking to her boyfriend.
hmm
P.S. Have you noticed that she is not liking how much praise Aisha's giving V? So
Oh,
much
you
so.
mentioned that last week. Yeah.
Yeah. So this episode, Kizzy makes mention to Nathan that V has deck experience. Like, you take her. Go go.
Yeah, but the interior team's working so well. Like why are we gonna break them up? But
Because they are working well. It's no fun when they work well together.
it's not good TV.
That's right.
So during the docking, Tessa and Christian attach heaving lines so they're easier to throw ashore. So it's basically like a thinner, skinnier line with a weight on it. So you just kind of like throw the weight because she was last week, remember, she was
Oh,
concerned about throwing those lines that are like this big around. She was like, I'm not going to be able to like make it to the dock. So Nathan was trying to make it easy on them, but it doesn't really go that well because they tie the knots themselves. And of course, Tessa's knot comes undone.
Sarah, her shoes would come untied if they had shoelaces. Like, just
Yeah, she obviously doesn't know the old adage, if you can't tie a knot, tie a lot. So on the bow, Christian and Max are once again arguing, and what? These are not, oh, I was just gonna say, these are not the two that you want around in a crisis because, like, you're gonna be like, help, help, and they're gonna be fighting with each other.
and Sandy hears all of it. She calls
Yeah,
Nathan on the radio and says, hey, you may want to stop up here.
yeah, you might
Yikes.
want to lay some eyes on this situation.
Right.
Okay, so the guests depart and they have a tip meeting, 20K. Great job,
Yay.
interior team,
Yeah.
is what Sandy says. She doesn't say too much about the deck team because I don't think she wanted to call them out in front of everyone.
Right.
Um, so she calls Nathan to the bridge and they discuss his concerns about his
Yeah.
team. And Captain Sandy just tells him, like, listen, you need to decide like which deckhand, Tessa or Christian, is going to be replaced with somebody more experienced because this is just not working. So who do you think he's going to choose?
I don't know. I was surprised by this twist,
Mm,
but then I started thinking about it, and I have a feeling I know why she's only letting him pick one because I
mm,
feel like Bree's going to be brought out onto the deck
yeah, yeah,
team. I think it's Christian. I think it's Christian because he's a hothead, and Sandy heard
yeah.
him as a hothead and saw him this time. So
Yeah.
I don't know. What are you thinking?
That didn't even occur to me that like she'll move V over. And so that's
Yeah,
why, because they both need to go, obviously. But
for
I
sure.
agree if he just has to pick one, it's going to be Christian
Yeah,
because he's had like major screw ups this charter and like the incident the night before with Jack.
yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm
And
sure.
I don't think Tessa is long for the ship or the show because
No.
because she was just sleeping. Like everybody's been up and she's still in bed, which I thought was odd when they were docking.
Yeah.
But she was just like, I hate this. I hate being here. So I think she'll probably quit.
Yeah. Even when she is up on deck, like the lights are on, but nobody's home.
Yes, just
There's just
yeah.
nothing behind the eyes. All right, well, let's take a break and we'll come back with Hot Tub Convo. We are sponsored by BetterHelp. October 10th was World Mental Health Day, and it made me grateful for all the wonderful therapists out there that are making a difference. BetterHelp therapists have helped over 5 million people worldwide.
Finding the right therapist can feel overwhelming, but BetterHelp makes it simple. They have spent 12 years perfecting their match system, connecting people with licensed professionals in their network of over 30,000 therapists.
This month, we are celebrating the therapists who have helped millions of people take a step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can help you start the journey.
Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/above deck. That's betterhelp.com/above deck.
It's time for Hot Tub Convo, where we discuss what's happening with our favorite Below Deck cast members.
Sarah, Sarah, Sarah. We're less than a month away from BravoCon. So, this is everyone's alert. It's time to get your above Dirk merch. Okay. We're less than a month away from BravoCon, and now is the time to get your above deck merch. We have new stuff that came in over the summer, a cool new t-shirt featuring original artwork of a yacht by Sarah's mom, and there's a great new hoodie and a dad hat that my dad has worn all over the place and even to the West Coast. So that's very exciting.
I love it.
But you do not have to be a dad to wear it because I have one too. And I am
Yeah,
not a dad. And you have one too. And you are not a dad. So we're good.
exactly.
And of course, our award-winning stickers, mugs, and water bottles. So click in the link's going to be in the show notes. Be sure to check it out. And the shipping is really quick too. So
It is quick. Yeah, and
yeah,
everything's super high quality. I have loved
so good.
everything that I got. I love our sweatshirts. Very excited
Yes.
about those. Okay, so did you see on the old Instagram that Daisy was on a trip to Morocco or somewhere in the desert last
Hmm.
week, and it's a bunch of girls and Chef Cloyce.
We did. And you sent me, okay, so I was going to ask you this anyway. So you sent me the reel of them, of her answering questions about like, hey, why was Cloyce like the only dude on your trip or
Yeah.
whatever? She was answering that, but like looking off camera.
Oh, you think she's like someone else was in the room?
Feel like maybe Cloyce may have been there. Because remember, he had a huge
Yeah.
crush on her.
He did have a huge
Huge
crush on her.
crush.
Yeah.
I'm totally speculating, but that would be kind of cute if it were true.
I don't think it would happen for Daisy, but
No.
Yeah, I want more Daisy and Cloyce content. Like I just think it's so cute because the trip was open. She said it was open to everyone. You know, she has that account Destinations with Daisy. She does a lot of
Mm,
like travel stuff. So I don't know if this was a trip that she organized for a group of people and Cloyce was just the only dude that signed up
I
with
love
this
it
group of
though.
ladies, but it just looked like they had the best time. Daisy is such a like awesome travel companion, I would imagine.
Yeah. And her sister was with them and she's looking great. She's
Yes.
looks like she's
Love
healing really well. So that's
love to
always
see
nice.
that.
Yeah. It's time for our segment, Join Me in the Wheelhouse, where we decide who needs to see Captain Sandy for a stern talking to. Sarah, who do you call to the wheelhouse and why?
Well, this week I'm gonna call Tessa. I feel like I could easily call Christian as well, but
Yeah.
Tessa just she doesn't realize that she's even any part of the problem, and that's really starting to bother me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Tessa, let's go.
That's it for this week's episode of Above Deck. Thank you to our team at Hurrdat Media, especially Brock and Justin. Thanks to all of you for listening. Please subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Don't forget to tell a friend. And please rate and review us 5 stars only.
Please follow us on Instagram at Above Deck Pod, and you can email us at abovedeckpod@gmail.com. And you can watch our episodes on the Hurrdat Entertainment YouTube channel. Guys, there's only 25 days left until BravoCon. I got to start packing. Until next time, I'm Kelli Busbey.
And I'm Sarah Goldman. We'll see you next week. Actually, we'll see you later this week because we're
Yes.
interviewing Captain Sandy with any luck. So, see you in a few
Yay!
days. Bye.